signing this platinum and rose. Gonna out the street when I go to DC, I'ma see the mall. Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I gone, I get another.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the London Monarchs and the Los Angeles Chargers. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Freeman again, a first down carry. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Monday.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Here we go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, tag 50 left.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. So they will go for it. Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Turner. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On second down, Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his man here. It's Green. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way down, and it's caught. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, great.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hey, goal. Down goal. 13.
Here's Foles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 48 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. That's complete right around the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. DJ Moore, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Set to return it, here's Turner. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Stay 50. Level right. 11.
Stafford on first down. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Set to return it, here's Turner. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. The Pro Bowler, Chris Harris, is in on the tackle. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move lateral.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground and picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now 21-7. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Set to return it. Here's Turner. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Jumbo, jumbo! Hey, go here! Jumbo, jumbo! Zebra!
Here's Stafford now on second down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. To throw on third down, Stafford. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. They convert on third with a gain of 22. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move lateral.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Hey, goal. Sound goal. Sound goal.
Foles. The left side completion to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Go, go! Zebra, zebra, zebra.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Duke Johnson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Set to return it. Here's Turner. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination, but they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
21. Back 55.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Flushed out right. Fighting down past the 45.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Stafford eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Zebra.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Hey, Silver.
Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throw left side complete. It's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tiger. Let's go. Water.
Looking to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And incomplete. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Goal. Great. Hey, goal. Sound goal.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Go. Goal. Come here.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Great. Tempo.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right side. And got his man complete. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Purple 64. Go. 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Foles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Go. Okay.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Tag 50.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now the pitch to Freeman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start.
go.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Hurry!
From the gun, here's Stafford. Flushed out right. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in from a yard out. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Foles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo.
Here we go.
And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Go, go, go.
Here's Foles. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Here we go. Flat. Great. Go. Hey, goal. Sound goal.
Now Foles. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Foles. And he's got it. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. DJ Moore. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Set to return it. Here's Turner. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Von Miller. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. From the 50, it's Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, Stafford here. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Sheldon Rankins in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now a play fake it at Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Stay 50.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Great. Let's go, great. Go. 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Great. 1-1.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. He'll drop to throw. Caught by Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Great. Receiver. Let's go. Hayden scored.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Purple 64. Great.
They'll look to throw. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out, and the defense has come up with it. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, get to the wild card game. Check, got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a